Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is SM Trader. Today is 5/16. It is 1:28 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and do just a quick update to the video I did yesterday. So I'm actually in a live trade right here. So I thought maybe it would be kind of interesting for me to do a live trade and just explain a little bit more about my indicators and some of the things that I look at. So this is the MNQ today. This chart is set on the 15-minute. And what we're looking at here, so I'm going to go ahead and put up both charts here just so for comparative analysis so you guys can understand what I'm looking at down here. So we could see that pre-market buyers are in control, right? And so I'm in Central Time. So here's 8 o'clock. Market opens here at around 8:30. But we could see that there was a takeover attempt right here, okay? And then the sellers took control, and so that was right at 7:30, and sellers were in control this entire time. So you see, as I look at what I coded down here, see, I don't have to worry about wicks and candlesticks, and all these candlestick formations. I don't have to let this throw me off. It doesn't affect my mind because this is so smooth. I actually know what's going on up here without looking at all of this up and down and wick stuff. And like here, this was a fake out. They trapped a lot of traders here. They trapped traders on the downside. They trapped traders on the upside. I don't have to deal with this because I know that this is a takeover attempt. Okay, and so I know that the seller is in control. So I'm going to hold on to this and just continue to stay in this, right? So so we had another takeover attempt right here. That's about 10 o'clock, and then we can see that the buyers gain control. So when an opposing side takes control, that's when you're going to see the control line break out. Okay, from the master control. So here's the master control, and then here's the control line. So when it breaks out, that's who won the battle right there. So you can see I took an entry right here. Okay, I took an entry right there. One contract, boom, I'm in, and the bulls have had control the entire time. I don't care about this price action, and so one of the things that I said the other day was that price action causes the confusion in the market. Right now, I know that all of us, all as traders, we are stubborn, and I know that we've learned this information, but let me tell you about the information that we're learning. Okay, from my perspective, this is just my perspective. Okay, but if you're a new trader, I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Okay, the information that's in courses and in textbooks is not for you. It is not for you. It is not for you to use and utilize. Okay, and I'm gonna expand on this. Just hear me out. What you learn, okay, that stuff that you learn, you learn that because that's what 98% of traders who lose learn. Think about this for a moment. Everyone who's listening to this, that 95% of traders fail who try to perform as a trader in the market, right? Okay. And some statistics say within 5 years, it's 98%. So if you're going to go to a college, okay, and you're going to take a bachelor's degree program, and you enter to that program, and you spend 4 years in that program, and you pay $70,000 for that, and they tell you, hey, 95 to 98% of people fail, don't get jobs. They don't get jobs. They just don't get jobs, You're going to say, well, what the heck kind of program is this? Why am I in this program if 98% people are not able to get a job? This is what this is what it is in trading, guys. So if you're a beginner trader, you got to ask yourself the question right now. You got to do a self-reflection and say, what makes me think I'm good enough? What makes me think I'm good enough? And this is the question that I said that I asked myself when I first started trading. I said, what makes me think I'm good enough? What makes me think that I'm going to be one of the ones who are going to be a consistently profitable trader? I'm not getting into this to make casual money. I'm getting into this to be rich. I'm getting into this to make six figures. Okay. So, you got to consider that, and you got to say, okay, so I got this information, and 98% of people fail the information that I'm learning. Okay, why do you think that is? Because the market is not set up for you to win. Whoever created this thing, this beast out here, okay, you got these huge multi-billion-dollar banks and institutions. This is not. They're not going to sit here and go, okay, let's create the stock market so that anybody sitting at home can make money. We just want to give money away. No, they want to take your money. This is designed to take your money. Okay, so that's one thing you got to understand, and you got to understand that the first thing that you take any course out there, the first thing they should be teaching you is risk management and psychology. Every book, every course that I've ever taken, okay, always started out with candlesticks. Learn all the formations, and then chart patterns. And then psychology and risk management is somewhere towards the end. Some of them, it's somewhere in the middle, but it should be number one right in the beginning. You should spend months learning psychology and risk management and never even look at a candlestick. Okay, because this is the thing that's going to make you lose. So when you learn all this information in these courses, when I say it's not for you, what I mean is it's you're going to learn something different. Okay, at least from me anyway. That information is what you use to attack the other traders out there with, because you know that that's what they have learned. You're going to know what the Fibonacci traders are going to do, what the breakout traders are going to do, the reversion to the mean traders are going to do, what the trend traders are going to do. Okay, you're going to know what all these people are thinking. Okay, because you have their playbook. If this was the opposing football team, you have their playbook. You know exactly what they're going to do, exactly what they're thinking, so you use it against them. Because let me tell you, the people that are out here that are trading against you, they're smarter than you, they have more money than you, they're more powerful than you. They don't care if you lose your money. They don't care if you cry. They don't care if you lose everything that your family has. They will take your money and they will laugh at you while you sit there and go into depression. So this is why you need to learn risk management and psychology first. Okay, boom. Now, all the stuff that you're learning, when you finish this video and you go back and you watch other videos and you're looking at all these strategies and things like that, you say, this is not for me. This is for me to know what other people are doing so that I can take their money. Okay. All right. Now, okay. All right. So sorry to get on that rant, but as I've gone through this over the years and gone through this process and just realized so much, it makes me a little tense knowing, that what's being taught out there is not going to work. And then same thing, all these strategies that you see out there, strategies don't work. And I always wonder why. Why is it that YouTubers and courses, when they train you, they give you alphabet soup. Okay, they say, okay, here's a bunch of strategies, and you focus on those strategies, and then they send you out, and you're expected to perform. They learning a strategy is not teaching you how to trade. Teaching you how to trade is something completely different from learning a strategy, and that's why a lot of these strategies don't work. Okay, these courses, they don't give you complete trading systems. Okay, I can teach anybody to trade. And I'm not going to give them a bunch of strategies. I'm going to give them a complete. If I was a company, okay, and I hired people, and I showed them my complete trading system, everything is already done. It has already been back tested. There is nothing that you need to add, nothing you need to take away. It's already set and it's there. And I say, you're going to follow rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't think, just follow these 5 rules and execute and do exactly how we have it laid out. That's what you need. There's no one out here giving complete trading systems at all. They give you alphabet soup, little bits and pieces, and you pay $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I've seen some cheap courses for $300, whatever you're gonna pay, and then you leave and you're expected to put your own trading system together. Okay, and so trading it encompasses everything on the chart, from the type of candlesticks you use to the the color of the candlesticks that you use, to the time frames that you use, to moving averages, to your indicators, everything. It's everything all in one. It's a whole system, so but so that's why traders they struggle, because they don't have a trading system. They have to keep pulling all these different indicators and things, trying to match them together to try to figure out what's going to work, right? So, but anyway, so I needed to get that out there, okay, for the beginners. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get into the chart. Okay, so I entered into this trade again right here for a couple of reasons. So the buyers took over, right? Okay, and it's just been rallying all day. You had some sellers push back 2 times right here. No big deal. We don't care about that, right? We know who's in control down here. Buyers in control, buyers in control. In addition, we see it over here. Buyers are completely in control. Now, one of the things that I don't do, even though I'm executing the NASDAQ here, I don't trade one asset, or one equity, okay? If I was trading equities, I don't do that. I trade the entire market. This is why I like trading futures, but you could do it even if you're trading equities. I trade the entire market. I look at the market as a whole, okay? Because here's NASDAQ right here, okay? I know that this is going to rally because I got the MYM, I got the ES, and I got, this is the wind at my back for the NQ. And then also the VIX, this is the wind at my back. So I know that if the VIX is in the opposing position, and it's strong in the opposing position, that's going to push the NQ in a particular direction. And I'm keeping my eye on the ES and the YM, and all of this is the wind at my back. Okay, so this is maxed out. The YM is maxed out. So I know that because of this, I'm going to I'm going to move up. Okay, I need to be going long. So in addition, another thing that I keep an eye on. Now here's something else. So that in Thinkorswim, there's no low float that you can do, and there's no low float option. You just can't. The programmers say that it just cannot be done. Well, I figured out a way to do it. I figured out a way to do it, so it can be done. So I call it liquidity volume right here, and I can look at the liquidity volume for anything. So my definition of low float is not just stocks that are less than 20 million or less than 10 million. I have a completely different definition of a low float. I can look at the MNQ, okay, and we all know that there's tons and tons of shares, right? I mean, it's just impossible for it to be low float according to the definition that's out there. But I code it that I can look at the state of the NQ or any asset and know whether it's low float according to a specific criteria that I have. And if it is low float, then I know that it's going to move for the day. So see, it's all in how you interpret the definition of low float. So right now, right now there is very little liquidity. Okay, there is nothing there. So now so it's kind of calming down right now. So when I have high liquidity right here, I know that this stock is gonna move right here. So this is basically my float information. And so and then we can still see that the bulls have the control. Clearance, when clearance is this basically means that you've cleared the takeover attempt and now it's expanding. Okay, so we have acceleration, and you want to go ahead and do your calls, right? Okay, so why did I take this position here? Two things. Well, we remember yesterday I talked about this hidden level in the market. So I call it the inversion level. It's an inversion level, and I said whenever price comes to it, it's going to react. So we could see that and when you're extended away, price will pull back to it like a magnet. So we see price came back here, and it held. It came and it tagged it again here. It came and it tagged it here again. It pushed it back up here. But when you break it, right, you're going to accelerate. So this could have been a nice trade to the downside. So when this started coming back, so I didn't sit down on my computer until I was probably somewhere in here in this area. So I see it's coming back, and I said, okay, we're gonna hit this inversion again. So once we hit it, I get my signal right here, and this is my first. Okay, this we have a takeover attempt. So I know the bulls are pushing at this inversion level, and then I get my other signals here, and I'm not going to go into explaining them because it's just the video is already too long, right? But I talked about this yesterday. You can go and check out the video yesterday. So so the bulls finally take control. Okay, so the control line breaks out. So I'm in this trade right here. Boom, I'm in here with one contract. Boom. Now. And same thing. So it breaks over the inversion line. And when I said, when you contact that inversion line, boom, it just takes off every single time. Here it takes off. Here it takes off. So I'm in here, and now I'm not. And then I stepped away. Once I stepped away, I have an automatic set up where it's going to take me out of the trade once. It's going to take me out automatically. So I don't have to sit here. I don't have to sit here through this price action here. So you see here, it came up and then it came back down. It touched the inversion line to the penny. It's to the penny. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So some people are going to be jumping out right here because, I thought it was going to rally. Now it's back. Okay. It comes back up. It touches the inversion line to the penny again, pushes it back up. Okay, and now you come back, and now we're getting some support from this particular tool right here. So and as long as this is white, it's telling me stay in. I'm above my inversion. I'm also above the open. So this is the current session open. And again, I got to explain my current session open because it's very complex. But when I say current session open, I'm not talking about 8:30 in the morning, because you see here's around 8:30 right here, and this had already printed. Okay, this printed at 1700 from yesterday. 1700 from yesterday is the open for this session. Okay. And then again, I'm actually, I'm looking at this, I'm probably going to end up taking a profit right up here, because you remember I also talked about, okay, so the other levels here. So remember I said that price will typically attack midway between this level and this level. So we did here, and then we came back down. So we're coming back to it again. Let me see here. Yeah, right there. Yep. Yeah, we ended up attacking right here as well. Okay. So there are a bunch of trades that I took there, but price, yeah, midway. So perfect. Yeah. And so I'm probably going to end up doing that. Taking that right there. And yeah. And so, but this is just a no-brainer. So I'm just going to let that run. and that's it. That's that trade right there. Let me see. And then also, okay, so we can see that, yeah, price is going to accelerate, but I can also, let's do this. Let's do, all right, yeah. So let me explain this. So I am able to see where players are accumulating. So I coded these indicators here where it can give me an indication 12 hours out where the big players are very quietly accumulating, because when they get ready to make a move, they can't throw everything that they have at it, because they'll show their hand. So they start accumulating very, very slowly over a period of time. So I can see 12 hours out when they're starting to accumulate, 2 hours out, 30 minutes out, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. So when I see this, I know what the direction of that the market is going to go in. And these are hidden. These are also hidden. And as you can see, I mean, everything, even crude oil, everything across the board is just, it's all a buy. It's all a buy. Crude oil is getting a little bit of a little pullback here, but nothing big. But yeah, and then look at the VIX. I mean, so yeah, so I use this in tandem with this over here, and the other that you saw up top. So it's absolutely just perfect. So, but we'll talk some more about this and maybe get into the mathematics of this stuff and more description. But anyway, this video is way too long. I talked way too much. Anyway, I'm out, guys. You guys have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.